Hello everybody, it's Marg again from Creative Stamping with Marg. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Alberta, Canada. I'm back today with another quick card layout to show you. You can see on my desk already I have a piece of paper here, and it's just a scrap that I was playing with. What I did with this piece of paper was I decided that I would take a piece of designer series paper, 3 3/4 this way by 5 inches this way, and then I cut it, leaving myself a 1 3/4 by 3 3/4 inch piece. So I'm calling this a cut and flip technique, and I'm using today the Dandy Designs designer series paper that you get through Celebration for free with a $120 order. This is a huge pack of paper, 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 different designs. If you haven't seen it, it is amazing. So many different patterns, colors, nice and bright. I have used it in cards before, but I thought I'd use it again today. And I have actually 5 cards I'm going to show you. We'll do one together and then I'll show you the other 4. So the very first card I'm doing is going to be a Father's Day card, and I'm using the He's All That bundle. So it comes with the stamp set, and there are dies, which I have tucked inside, and I have used the dies in the card I'm going to be using. But again, you don't have to, if you don't have dies or die cutting machine, you can always just use punches, or you can just cut your pieces on your paper trimmer. Okay, so the piece of paper I chose out of the Dandy Designs was this one. It's Calypso Coral with the stars on it. That's my piece, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I cut at 1 3/4. So now I have this strip, and I'm going to flip it over. There's the opposite side. That's all it is. So I'm going to move my map out of there. I did choose Calypso Coral card base to use today, and it will open this way. So what I'm going to do, easy enough, is we're going to attach our paper right to our card base, leaving a space in the middle just to give it a little bit of interest, breaks it up. And I've already stamped the greeting. I used Wishing You a Happy Father's Day, thinking this could be used for a guy for Father's Day. And one of the dies in this set is a label, nice shaped label, which goes around those words. So I've already stamped and cut that, because I know I've told you before I like to stamp and then use my die cuts to make sure it's going to be straight. So there it is there. So that's going to go on to there. And another die that's in this set are these little banners. So I cut 2, one out of Pale Papaya and one out of Calypso Coral. There is a lighter orange color in this paper, and it's not quite Pale Papaya, but pretty close. So I thought I would just use it. And what I was thinking I would do was put the banners like that and tuck them in behind my label, just like that. And that's as easy as that card could get. Now, of course, you can make it much more elaborate if you wanted by adding different things, or embossing, or adding another layer maybe on here. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to show you how I did this one very simply. So I'm going to get out my Tombow liquid glue and just glue my pieces on. And I decided I wanted the stars on the top, so that's the bigger piece. So I'm just going to center it side to side, but the top margin is a little bit smaller. That. Then I'm going to put the other piece on, and remember I'm flipping it to the other color. So, and I'm leaving a space in between them. And I'm trying to line up the edges so they look the same this way, like that. That's it. Now, there's our greeting, our two banners, and what I thought I'd do is I just glue these two banners to the back of this, and then I'm going to put the label up on dimensionals, I thought. So I think I'm going to just put my banners on like this, one there, a little bit of glue on this one, that, and then we can put that up on dimensionals, which I have here, like this. And did I say that it was Valentine's Day today, February 14th? So happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I personally only send my Valentine cards out to grandchildren, so I don't make a big deal about Valentine's Day and making a bunch of cards, but there sure was lots of great cards that were made. I saw online lots of great cards. All right, I thought I'd just center this, and if you have your banners kind of sticking over the edge of your DSP, it gives it some interest. And that's our card. For the inside, I thought what I'd do, I cut two more banners, the same two banners. I thought I might just glue them on to the inside of the card like that. I thought that might be interesting. Carry over from the front. So a little bit of glue on our banner. That's the pale papaya one. This is the calypso coral one. And I'll just trim. That one's all right. Just trim it off a little bit. You can see I went over my edge there, so if I flip it over, this part doesn't matter because it'll be, this piece is 4 by 5 1/4, so it's a little bit smaller than our card base, so that won't matter, but I would like this to be even. So you can just trim it like that. And I'm going to glue this right into the inside of the card. I haven't decided on a greeting. There really wasn't, I mean, there's lots of greetings in this stamp set. Love this guy, hello handsome, holy smokes you're amazing, every day with you is another adventure, together for the long haul, happy birthday. Well, that one wouldn't work in this Father's Day card. To the man who does everything. There is a number 1 here. So lots of different ideas for the inside. I just hadn't decided what I wanted to put on the inside. I'm not sure who I'm going to be sending this to. So there we go. That's quick and easy. All right, so I'll show you some other samples that I did. Oh, before I go on with this, I thought I don't embellish guy cards all that much, but we do sell brushed metallic adhesive back dots, and I thought, well, maybe they'd look okay on here if I added a couple of them. And there is ones that sort of, I think they kind of look coppery, which I thought might look good on this one. So there's one big one, and I'll put a couple of smaller ones on, just like that. And that's it. That's our card. It took me less than probably 10 minutes to make that. All right, so simple, but very effective. Gives you two different sides of your paper, makes it interesting. I did cut a piece 2.5 by 6, so it's actually a bit longer than 6, but to go on my envelope flap, so I thought I would do that. I can show you how I do that. Here's the Stampin' Up! White envelopes, and I just put a little glue on the flap. Again, you can use your Stampin' Seal for this if you want, and then I just place it onto there and then trim it off. turn it over like that, you can see where you want to trim. And I just trim using the flap as my guide. There we go. So that makes a really nice card and the matching envelope. There we have it. All right, I'll bring in the other cards that I've already made, put together from the same package of paper. So many different colors, so many different designs. And I'll share with you the stamp sets I used and what I used to put. Now, I will say there are some that are done with retired stamp sets, but I'll share them with you anyway. All right, this card, Balmy Blue, is the card base. This is a piece of the paper flipped over. This came from a retired stamp set called Artfully Layered, and it has dies that go with it. So I cut out some of the leaves. Happiest Birthday Wishes comes, that greeting comes from that stamp set. And then on the inside, I just put one of the die cut leaves just to decorate the inside. So again, really easy, really quick. Let's see, this one I made using this card base is Mango Melody, which is one of my least favorite, and I hardly ever go to it, but this paper, of course, was Mango Melody and Calypso Coral, so I decided I would use it. So this is one side, this was the flip side. This in between is just a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock that I cut. Almost looks like there's a ribbon there. So I used the tag that comes from Something Fancy. That's this stamp set. And that's where I got the thank you from. And the tag comes from that set. That set has a whole bunch of different things in it. All different tags and labels. It's a great one. So I used that for the tag. I put a piece of ribbon through the tag. This butterfly comes from Butterfly Brilliance. That's this stamp set here. And it has all the butterfly dies. So I use that. This is the medium daisy punch. I punched 2 daisies out and just a circle for the center. And I don't know if you can tell, but I used Wink of Stella on the center of the flower and on my butterfly. Hard to see. And then on the inside, I just put a strip of the paper down. So that's another one. All right. Then I did 2 using Nature's Harvest stamp set. And it has really nice dies with it. You can see all the different dies. So I used these dies. And this is what I came up with. This one. This one is on Petal Pink cardstock. So this paper was Petal Pink and reversed over to this. Now one of these zigzags is, to me, looks like Flirty Flamingo. So I cut a layer of Flirty Flamingo this time, and I embossed it using the Time Worn Type embossing folder. Can see it maybe behind. So this is the only one that I put another layer behind, but you can see how that changes it up a little bit. There's the die cuts, 2 die cuts that I put. And You're on My Mind comes from Nature's Prints. That's another stamp set in our catalog. And this circle die actually came from He's All That. That's that circle die there, which I really liked for the label. So this was all out on my desk all at once, so I thought I'm going to use all these different sets. So that one looks a little bit different because I put that extra layer behind it. Then on the inside, I just put a strip of paper along the bottom. So there's that one. Last but not least, I did another one using the Nature's Harvest stamp set again with the dies. And I did use these words, sending healing thoughts, may nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. And I just cut out 2. This is some retired shimmer paper we had. And this just is cut out of basic white, this one here. That over top, and I used some fresh freesia ribbon. Oh, this is fresh freesia, this one. And there's the two different sides of that paper. I used some embellishments on it. These are pastel pearls, I think they're called. And then on the inside, I just put a piece of paper across here. And I thought this could be used for a sympathy card or just a thinking of you kind of card if someone's maybe going through a tough time. So those are 5 different cards that I made using that Dandy Designs paper pack and a bunch of different stamp sets. But I thought they all turned out really nice. And the possibilities are endless when you have paper. Stampin' Up's paper is two-sided, so the possibilities are endless, whatever paper you want to use, because you flip it over and you've got 2 different papers, just like that. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I will be back next Tuesday on the 21st with another idea. Hope everybody's having a great day.